This is Arran McSporran. This is a beginner's introduction to the pentatonic scale. A pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale, and there are two main scales in use, the major pentatonic and the minor pentatonic scales. In this lesson, I'll be outlining the application and versatility of the pentatonic scales. We will be looking at when you can use the scales, and we'll also look at a few examples of the scales in use so you can see how versatile they can be. The major pentatonic scale is based on taking 5 notes from the major scale. So if I played a major scale and I numbered those notes as I went, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1 again. These are both the notes C. If I then took the first note, second, third, fifth, and 6th notes of that scale, that would give me a major pentatonic scale. So that was 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Similarly, if I take the minor scale, which is this, the natural minor scale, and I take the first note, third note, 4th note, 5th note, and 7th notes, that's what gives me the minor pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scales are great to use for riffs, fills, or generally navigating your way through chord changes. The scales are great to use as they don't have any clashing notes, whereas the full scales do. Also, whenever you see a major chord in a song, that does not mean you can write a part using the major scale on that chord. However, the pentatonic scale will normally sound great. So for example, if you have a song and you have a G chord followed by a C chord, both major, you can't play the G major scale and the C major scale on each of those chords because it won't generally work. So to recap, if you see a major chord, you can write a part using the major pentatonic scale. If you see a minor chord in a song, you can write a part using the minor pentatonic scale. They're also great to use for small fills to move between the chords, as no notes will clash. So for example, if I had a G chord, major, going to a C major chord, I could write a part where I had a fill that went like this, for example, to get to my C, and I can also do a descending version of that. And both of those will sound good. But if I actually try to use the full major scale for those, it might not work for me to transition between those two chords. Okay, now here are a few examples of songs that you may know that utilise this pentatonic shape. Two of them, two very different styles of music, but the notes are basically completely the same, just in a different key. So if I take one song, which I won't mention for copyright purposes, it sounds like this. So that's one. Now if I take the same notes, which in this case actually all come from a D major pentatonic scale, so it's the first note, the 6th and the 5th notes, but below the octave, the roots. So if I had a D, I'm actually going down to the 6 and the 5 below the D. That's always something to be very aware of with these pentatonic scales. That's a very helpful part of these. Now the other song would be, for example, this. Up to there is again exactly the same pattern as the previous one, but this one is in A major instead. So D major, A major. So you can see how the versatility of these scales can really help across all different genres.